The purpose of this video is to review the template editor in Appraisal Builder Pro. Appraisal Builder Pro relies on 4 distinct elements to create appraisals: fields, sections, templates, and blocks. We're going to start with templates and work our way backwards. Templates are a series of sections that are put together to create a report. There's no limit to the number of templates you can have or the number of sections. To create a new template, you simply click and drag available sections to create your overall template. You can also start with one of the master templates that we have as part of the system. In this case, we have a master appraisal, and you can scroll through and see all the different sections that make up this report. We can go in and edit any of these sections to create a custom appraisal, which we'll show you now. When we click on the Section tab, we can select any of the existing sections. In this case, let's select the appraisal cover, and we can see this is the section for the appraisal cover. We can go in and edit anything simply by clicking on it and changing fonts, sizes, verbiage as necessary. We can also go in and change photos. For this example, I'm going to click on it. So just by clicking on it, we can see that this is a photo, and I can upload a photo from my computer. In this case, we'll take our Appraisal Builder Pro logo. I can select it and replace that blue one with the Appraisal Builder Pro logo. Size it, center it, and then I can copy it into a new company level section. So if I look now, we can see that we have the global appraisal cover as well as the company level appraisal cover. Once this is saved, I can simply go back to my template. We're going to select the master appraisal, and I'm going to delete the standard appraisal cover and add in our new company level appraisal cover. When I save this, we're going to copy it so that it is now a company level template, and now we can see that we have our company level template as well as our master. To avoid confusion, I'm going to call this company appraisal and save it again. Now we can see our template reflects the change we made in the section. Here would be another example. We're going to go back to our sections, and now we're going to select the cover letter, and we can see here we need to add our logo. So following the same process, I'm going to add our logo, make it just a little bit bigger, and once again we're going to copy this into a company level section. That's templates. This is sections. Within a section there are blocks. Let's jump back to our cover letter. What we can see right here, this is a block, and these are your available blocks on the left hand side. To create any sort of a section, we can simply drag in different blocks to create that section. So I'm going to go to Create New Section, and we're going to call this a demo. So I'm just going to drag in the title, a paragraph, and let's do 2 images. So we can call this sample, and I can simply save it. We can click on our text and add whatever text we want and save that as well. Once again, we can select images and put in there whatever we want. That's how you create a section. We'll give this a name, sample section, and we can simply save it. Now when I go back to my templates, we can see that we now have our sample section, and if I drag this into our template size, we can start creating a new template. Within the template, that's also where you set your header and your footer. Sections, templates. Within the templates we have blocks, and finally we have fields. Fields are pieces of data that change with each appraisal. Because they change with each appraisal, we need to be able to alter them at the document level. This would be a great example. The client is going to change from report to report, so instead of putting in an actual name, we're going to put in a field that represents the client's name. I'm going to flip over to an actual appraisal, and this is what an actual appraisal looks like, but what we can do is go to the client info and fill in the necessary information for this specific appraisal report. If we go back to the template editor, we can see all the available fields under the Fields tab. These fields can be preset. They can also be adjusted to provide different company-specific information, all from the Doc Builder Fields tab. That's a quick overview of fields, sections, templates, and blocks. We will go over each of these sections in more details in future training videos, but by following these basic steps, you can start creating your own custom appraisal templates.